to kick off for San Francisco.
It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
2-yard line.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
From the 22, Jackson. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
$55-yard punt, 11 on the return.
And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
From the 10, 1st and goal.
12, here we go. 21, here we go. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here's Mostert.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
21.
Running left, Coleman on the toss.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return will stop right around the 25. And they'll come out with a 3-tight-end look on the first play of the drive. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A play fake from Mostert, now Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1.
To kick off for San Francisco.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, and put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 32-yard line.
Check, check, back 54, back 54. Off the screen, off the screen, off the screen, off the screen, off the screen. Check 99, check 99. Check, check.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards there and a Niner first. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easy.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To try again after the sack, Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out. And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That one complete to Hill. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 26 and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Niners 13, Ravens 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
65.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 51 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.
For the point after.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Kickoff for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Good shot, good shot.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson flushed out right. He'll run it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Jackson.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
On second down, it's Coleman. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Garoppolo now. Coleman has it here right side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
35-yard line.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Intended for Tevin Coleman. Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. This is Coleman. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down. Ball
operating from the gun. Jackson dancing to his left. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll look to run with Edwards. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line.
Short of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Edwards. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Niners 19, Ravens 16. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off a big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Tavon Young in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Mostert, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
21.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Jackson to throw.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Jackson's
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. 2nd and 10. Now Jackson buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
This is 3rd down.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got some